Hey everyone, it's Mr. Burns here coming at you from A110 on December 5th. You should be in civics right now, and you're going to look at number 9 in your binder, which is the Constitution Foldable. It looks like this. Okay, looks like this. You have it with you. Make sure your name is at the top and the class period that you're in. And that's the front. The back is the side that says amendment process on it. So that's going to be the front. We're going to put this foldable together and fill out our notes in the next 15 minutes. So here we go. Okay, U.S. Constitution is a founding document that we're going to talk about today. We talked about the preamble last class. Preamble is the introduction to the Constitution. It's our current form of government. So we're going to make the foldable first, if you haven't done so already. Fold along the vertical lines so that the big idea boxes remain showing. Okay, so we're going to fold along these two lines. I'll show you right here. They're located right there. Okay, so we're going to fold along them like this. Okay, fold like that, like this. So you can see the big idea is showing. And then on this side, we're going to fold like this along that vertical line. Again, so that the big idea boxes are showing. And you can see number 9 in this front corner right here. Okay, next thing you're going to do is you're going to cut a slit just above idea number 3. So you're going to kind of cut right here. I'm going to cut right in this area, and I'll show you what it looks like when you're done. You're just going to cut from the edge to the fold. You're going to do the same thing above for ideas in between ideas 2 and 4. Alright, so now you got a foldable that looks like this. Alright, you cut a slit there, and you cut a slit there. Okay? Alright. Now we're going to go back. So you put your scissors away, all you need is a pencil now. And we're going to be in that center part where you wrote your name and period number that you're in. And you're going to fill in the notes for each slide. So Article 1, below the Congress building, is the legislative branch. So that's what we're going to fill in there. And U.S. Congress is we're going to fill in below that first arrow. And then where the arrow splits, it's House of Representatives and Senate are the two houses. So that's Article 1 of our Constitution. Let's eat jelly beans. Article 1 is L, legislative branch. And these are the two houses, the bicameral legislature, and their major job is to make laws of our country. Okay, so that's Article 1. Going to the right in that center section, Article 2 is going to be, that's the White House, so that's going to be the executive branch. This is made up of the president and the vice president, as well as their cabinet and bureaucracy. We'll learn about those two words in Unit 4. And their main job is to execute the laws of the country. All right, going down, Article 3 is the judicial branch. Okay, so that's the Supreme Court building, and then that's what you're going to write in the line below the arrow, Supreme Court. These are the 9 justices that serve for life, and they interpret the laws of our nation. Yum. All right. Over on the right side of your page below the number 9, it says big idea number 1. So that area where it says establishes the structure of the U.S. government, you're going to write that in that box that says big idea number 1. Then when you're done writing that, close the door, and on the back it says big idea number 1 details. And you can write the 2 details, Articles 1, 2, and 3, 3 branches of government, and 3 branches have power over one another so that one doesn't become too strong. That's called checks and balances. So you can write that in the box on the back where it says big idea number 1 details. Pause it anytime if you need to so that you can catch up on the notes. Next, you're going to go to the left side for big idea number 2. And big idea number 2 of our Constitution is that it affirms or confirms individual worth and dignity of all people. So write that in the box that says big idea number 2. And then close that door and write big idea number 2 details. There's 3 bullets there. Equality under the law or rule of law. This idea was established in the Magna Carta and is one of our founding principles. Equality in duties, rights, and responsibilities. equality in the courtroom. So think of everyone has same rights that are listed in our Bill of Rights of the Constitution. All right. Again, pause it if you need to. Big idea 3 on the right side, bottom right of your foldable. Guarantees equality under the law with majority rule and minority rights protected. 2 of our founding principles that we've talked about a couple times throughout the year. Close the door on the back, big idea number 3 details. The majority wins in a vote. The minority or the smaller side has their rights and opinions protected. And then big idea number 4 is going to be in the bottom left corner. Protects fundamental freedoms. You write that on the front. And then there's 3 bullets on the back where it says big idea number 4 details. This is your First Amendment of RAPS. Remember religion, assembly, petition, press, speech. We talked about that in the citizenship unit. Here it is again. The Bill of Rights, the first 10 amendments. And these are unalienable. Cannot be taken away, given at birth. At this point, you should have the 3 branches filled out and the 4 big ideas along with their details. Please turn your foldable over to the back where it says Amendment Process of the United States Constitution. All right. So the first 2 steps, or the first step in the process, is proposal. The final step is ratification. Those are the first 2 terms that you need to know for this. So an amendment is proposed, and it can only be proposed by someone in Congress. And what they need is they need a 2/3 vote of both houses. So passed by 2/3 vote of the House of Representatives, or 290, and passed by 2/3 vote of the Senate, or 67 out of the 100 senators. If that passes, it goes on to the states, where 38 out of the 50, or 3/4 of the state legislatures, need to pass it. Okay? If that happens, it becomes an amendment. The 28th Amendment is ratified. Right now we have 27 amendments to the Constitution. And the first 10 were passed right away, the Bill of Rights. So it shows you how complex the process is. So again, the 2 main steps in the process are proposal and ratification. So this is in the middle of the page on the back. And the 2 main, those are the 2 main steps, so introduction and conclude, but the process is very complex. And that's why only 27 amendments have been passed to our United States Constitution. And pause it if you need to. All right, the last slide. The amendment process of Virginia's Constitution is very similar. The first 2 steps are still the same, proposal and ratification. But instead of having 2/3 of each house, what we need in Virginia is just a majority of the delegates in the Senate. The House of Delegates is kind of like the House of Representatives. It's 100 members. The Virginia Senate has 40 members. And again, you need a majority. And then, instead of going to the states, it goes to the voters, and the voters vote on it next election year. And a majority of voters must approve, so more than 50%, or more than half. And then it would get ratified. So we've had more amendments to our Constitution than the United States has, because it's a little bit easier of a process. And again, the 2 main steps are proposal and ratification. Very important to know for your upcoming test. Okay? You're going to use this foldable to complete your homework, 33 to 37 in your study guide, which will be your next class after this. Okay? If you have any questions, you can ask me, or you can consult your essential knowledge on Blackboard. Okay?